Hey bike farmers, thanks for clicking in. It's new bike day for me. It is the one that got away. I think what's in this box is a bike that I sold to a guy locally about 5 years ago maybe, and I've regretted it ever since. I had found, I think a 1991 Trek 950 at a garage sale here in Lake Mills for 50 bucks, and it was like unridden. It was in such good shape. It was one of the first bikes that I kind of like really stripped down and customized and put upright handlebars and kind of made an ATB. This would have been like 10 years ago, and I didn't even really know what I was doing. I just wanted a bike that would like go anywhere, and like maybe I could do some bike packing or something. I put racks on it and fenders and done all this stuff, but very similar to what you see on this channel and what a lot of people are doing with old mountain bikes now. But I did it back then, and I really like this bike because it's one of the lugged steel mountain bikes that Trek was making in the early 90s. Just a really high quality frame, and the coolest part was it had the Tange big fork with the lugged fork end. And I've been waiting for one to come through the shop or find one somewhere ever since. And I've seen one other one and it was too small. So the other day I was thinking about it and I was like, man, I have my adventure bike that I built and I want to rebuild the rear triangle on that. If I had a good frame where I could transfer all the parts from that bike onto another frame, then I could use that bike if I wanted to go on tour or something, work on my bike frame, and then, I don't know. And I was like, I wonder whatever happened to that old 950, if I could get one of those. And I went through my emails, looked back and found the guy and found a number, and I texted him out of the blue, and he had moved all the way up into Upper Michigan, but he still had the bike and he agreed to sell it back to me. So I had a local bike shop up there box it and ship it, and holy is it expensive to ship bikes, and I way overpaid for this thing, and I have no idea what it looks like. And he kind of said something that it might be in worse shape than I expect, but he didn't say like he trashed it or anything. He did have to get it back from a friend before I got it, which I was like, oh no, what am I doing? So I have no idea what it looks like. We're gonna open this box and pull it out, so I'll have to strip this bike down and then go get my adventure bike and strip that down and then rebuild this one because I need that frame to be empty. So that's what I'm gonna do in this video, is all of that stuff. Yeah, kick back, relax, and I'm gonna get started. All right, per the usual, we'll cut open this gigantic e-bike box that cost $235 to ship from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan to southern Wisconsin. Oh baby, my old friend. Holy shit. Look at this. Huh? Huh? I think it survived the trip. And it's got one fender on it. Here we go. The Black Beauty. Wow. I can't believe I got this thing back. I got my old bike back. Oh, this thing is so cool. Definitely not the original rear wheel. I think this front one's original. Well, here's a closer look at it. Now it's got these really beefy, oversized tubes and these cool Trek lugs. You know, it's all lugged. You just don't hardly ever see anything lugged like that. Then here's the lugged Tange fork ends. You can see, pretty cool there. Looks like up here on the fork crown, there's some rust issues. Oh, I had a rack on there. And I had, what you call it, hose clamps and a rack. I think I might have messed it up. That's probably my fault, but I mean, it's his fault for not taking care of the bike. Cool LX canties, cool stop pads. Here's the cool lugged seat cluster, the bomb proof. I mean, I just love that so much. So all of the cables are top routed here. And this is really strange because front derailleur is really weird. Yeah, so there's a cable stop here. It's a bottom pole derailleur. And so the housing stop is here, and then there's an anchor bolt on the bottom bracket. It's a different, I don't know why they did it that way, but it's kind of weird. I don't know if I'll change that or maybe just go with a 1x. Decisions to make. And typical Andy Q fashion, Dior XT rear derailleur. And it looks like, did the guy ride it? Should we check the chain? Oh yeah. Yeah, he rode the crap out of it. You can see he just stayed in the middle ring. Everything's all shark-toothed. And I don't think he did a whole lot of shifting either. It looks like he just stayed in the high gear back here. You know, some people do that. They just put the bike in one gear and ride it. So, yeah, you know, I mean, it was ridden hard and put away wet. So, I guess this is per the usual, huh? You know, it's harder, for some reason, it's harder for me to think about this bike than most of my Bike Farmer videos. Even though it's really kind of similar, you know, where I look at this and like, oh, what does it all need and what do I want to do and how do I want to move forward? But it's a personal bike project, so that's a little different. And I got to think about what I have around and what I want to do. But I think what I need to do right now is completely tear this bike down and just start from scratch, and then do the same to my adventure bike, and then build this one up until I can get around to that project. Start with the removal of the fender. Oh, that's funny. I remember these blue bolts. So I built this bike before I even started the bike mobile. This was like, really building this bike is what led to me starting my bike business and dedicating my whole life to bikes. I mean, this bike just has so much personal history. It's like sentimental value for sure. I had another failed bike project. I think it was a road bike, and I tried to paint it this blue color, and it really didn't work. I kind of have a rule where I shouldn't ever touch spray paint, although I'm getting better. Oh, I think I just forgot to get footage of me removing the rack. I'm surprised that doesn't happen to me more often. Oh, dropped my wrench. Double leg kickstand, you know, because I'm that hardcore. You'd have a fully loaded bike and stand it upright. That's kind of cool. Made by Pletcher. We may or may not put that back on. So here you can see the weird anchoring of the front derailleur cable. There's an anchor bolt way down here in the nether regions. And I'm just using a little bit of, this is Croil, the oil that creeps. It's a penetrating lube. I'm just kind of prepping a couple of spots there so I don't ruin anything. Bottom bracket still feels great. I think that was wired backwards. Oh. Need some Croil on this guy too. I used to have a bolt cutter so I could just cut these chains off. I don't know what happened to it. I never should have sold this bike. I'm just gonna cut the front derailleur free. Oh, almost sent something flying. So if we try to pull that out, it's not going to go through the stem. So there we go. That headset feels really good. I guess we just leave it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, it feels just exactly perfect. It almost looks like this is an 8mm down here. Good thing I greased it. I'm gonna leave that in there. Oh no, that is like stuck in there. It's plastic. I've felt that before. Yeah, he took the water bottle screws out here, and then moisture gets in there and rusts everything. Hopefully it's not terrible. Well, let's see if we can get this side to budge. Not easily. I don't know if Croyle is even going to get in. I have some aerosol stuff. Aero Croyle, Cano, king size, the oil that creeps. Stuff is probably just cancer in a bottle. Well, frozen bottom bracket is never fun. Oh, and I got Croyle dripping out of everything now. And rust coming out of everywhere. Man, I kind of want to strip this thing down. there's rust issues here that have me concerned. And I don't know how concerned I need to be. You know, it's like this paint is bubbling up, but if I just like strip it down to the metal, you know, it's just surface rust on the inside, you know, so it makes me want to just like get the whole thing bead blasted, start over. All right, try one more time to get this to budge. Oh, I think I just broke it. Of course. So this is just like the plastic adjustable cup side of things. And I think I just kind of marred it all up. Well, maybe not. I mean, if there's actually Croil getting down in there. You know, it's plastic, so I don't think heating it up really helps a whole lot. Okay. I think it gives it a chance. Maybe we just kind of let things sit like that and let the Croil creep. Oh, it's moving. Okay, well that's really good news. The other side is plastic. We can hack that out if we need to. Okay, so that's coming out no problem. All right, no big deal. See if that plastic side will come out. Oh, and there's your audio. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, so I started kind of sanding away some of the rusted paint zones, and I've decided I'm gonna take this over to the local auto body shop and have them sandblast it. Get this headset off first. It's got this stupid seal. I think I hate this headset. I mean, how are you supposed to adjust it? Can't get a wrench on it. I can get like half a wrench on it. Yeah, so I'll get this headset out of here and drop it off at the sandblasters and have a bare frame. This weird little anchor bolt thing down here out of here too. Should get a little pulley to screw in there. That's what it wants. Ooh. Almost out of Dawn Power Wash here. Oh, 2 more squirts. Oh, dropped the power wash. Okay, that's the end of part 1. I'll see you with a stripped frame and figuring out what's going on in part 2. Stay tuned.